Greetings, Divine Nation. I am Minerva, your Aquariana Gateway guide. Thank you for joining me today for Lesson 2 of the Aquariana Gateway project. If you are new to this channel and work and you are here for the Aquariana Gateway Lessons, please start with Course 1, Lesson 1 Introduction, as this program is designed to be taken in order. See more about the Aquariana Gateway Lessons introductory information in the channel playlist for Metaphysics. For more information about the Aquariana Gateway course and other metaphysical or divination lessons, go to the website metaphysicsLessons.com. Now let's get started. Our topic for today is, can your brain contact an astral body? Let's begin with a brief review of the first lesson. In the first lesson, you were given an introduction to the 7 color rays. You were told that you stand in an aura of electronic creative force, and that this creative force flows through you. All of this creative energy and power fills all space around you, but in order for you to live, move, and have your being in this intelligence, energy, and power, it must be stepped down in its electronic power the same way as high voltage electric power must be stepped down through transformers to be used by the ordinary light bulb. In this lesson, you will learn about how this energy is contained and processed, how it is stepped down and transformed for us to use. In 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 44, it states there is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. For the purposes of the study of metaphysics, modern metaphysics, you're going to learn today in this lesson that every person comes into this world with 3 bodies and 3 phases of mind. No one out there is an exception to this. Everyone has 3 bodies: spiritual, astral, and physical. There is only one mind, divine mind, but there are 3 phases to this one mind, namely the superconscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the conscious mind. With these 3 phases of mind and 3 bodies, you stand as a complete unit in this great ocean of universal intelligence, energy, and power, and that which connects you as a unit with this universal intelligence and power is your breath. Breath is spirit. With your first breath, you unite body, mind, and soul with this great ocean of universal intelligence, energy, and power. This great cosmic energy and power filling all space around you has tremendous atomic power and must be stepped down, localized and personalized in you. This is accomplished through your spiritual body and superconscious mind, which acts as the big transformer, stepping the energy and power down to the astral body and subconscious mind, so that the physical body and conscious mind can utilize it. I hope this information is giving you a clearer, deeper picture of yourself. The spiritual body is balanced in polarity, positive and negative. As you stand on Earth and look out into space, marveling at all its wonders, how many times have you wondered what your relationship was to the sun, moon, planets, and all of space? The spiritual body is composed of a very fine spiritual substance, stardust even. Its ray is pure white, which includes the other 7 rays. All colors are merged in the white. You have a higher self and a lower self. Your spiritual body is the abode of your higher self and higher mind. Superconscious mind is the brain vessel for the spiritual body. The mind and body of your higher self is always with you, an unseen, unconscious part of you, until you become conscious and aware of it, and is always drawing your astral and physical bodies to it in vibration and consciousness. This is all it can do. If you're not willing and or not aware of your higher self, or if your whole conscious mind and body are so deeply immersed in the material world that you see only that and no more, it will take lifetime after lifetime, and this will be explained later, to raise your vibration and state of consciousness even a little. But if you become aware of all of this and consciously live the life and apply the laws, very rapid progress can be made. Superconscious mind and spiritual body feed on spiritual thought. The astral body is composed of a much finer substance than the physical and functions from the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is time. The three other spatial dimensions are height, depth or width, and length, plus one, time. Dimensions are actually completely intertwined. This fact was one of the major revolutions of thought coming from Einstein. The subconscious mind is the brain for the astral body. This mind-body connection is fed by our thoughts, emotions, and impulses. It is in the astral body that the contact with the planetary cosmic ray vibrations is made. And from this contact, the mind of the astral body becomes the molder of the physical body, and to a great degree, the conscious mind. The physical body is the densest of all our bodies in vibration. Our physical desires and appetites seem to be the hardest to correct and control. The conscious mind is the brain for the physical body. It functions from the third dimension and is chemical. The physical body feeds upon the food we eat, the liquids we drink, and the air we breathe. So understand that I'm explaining that the light color rays are connected to us in such a way that the cosmic energy is stepped down through the different phases of mind and bodies into outer expression. Now we can move into the area of how we consciously must interact with ourselves to achieve self-mastery. Along with the strong faith, the knowledge of application of that faith must be acquired. So I want you to fully understand the great importance of placing a strong guard at the door of your thoughts, so that only the true spiritual, mental, and emotional concepts are allowed to enter your consciousness. There's just one way to accomplish this safely and permanently, and that is the way all ordinary people and the great masters have traveled this path in consciousness before you. That is the great way of the silence, meditation, faith, and application. What is silence? What is this meditation you speak of? Both are very good questions. Why? Because the day in and day out application of silence and meditation can mean the turning point in your life. Now I'll lead you step by step into the meaning and the why of the silence. And just before we get into that, and speaking of silence, I have a question for those of you over 40. Have you noticed that over the last few decades, it is almost impossible to find a quiet place? Every restaurant, store, government building has some announcement, TV, or music constantly playing in the background. In many places, it's almost impossible to have a conversation without having to speak so loudly that others can easily overhear you. It's more and more difficult to be left alone with your own thoughts. Further, most of what we're subjected to listening to is arguably not worth listening to. Have you ever wondered why this is happening? I digress, but ask you to become aware of this phenomenon in the world. Now let's get back to the lesson. You stand as a point of consciousness in the center of three worlds: spiritual, mental, and material. Each of these three worlds have been built into the cells of your consciousness, and now you must live in each of these worlds simultaneously, consciously correcting and perfecting them into mastery. You live in the center of the 7 departments of your life, master of them only to the degree of self-mastery you can achieve. From what's just been said, can you see that you are the center of everything in your life? Now, I want you to realize what is in the center of you that enables you to live, move, and have your being. That which says, I am, in the center of your consciousness is your superconscious mind and spiritual body. Your conscious mind and physical body are your personal self. It is that which says, me, and that which says, I am, in you is the impersonal divine self of the Christ Spirit in you. The I am in your consciousness is your center point of contact, Christ contact, with everything in the universe, both seen and unseen. It is your contact with God, Source, the Divine, etc., everywhere. Consider no point of contact other than this, as your awareness must always be that everything coming to your consciousness, especially in the silence, must come through this point. Your own Christ consciousness. I am. When you've built this awareness strong enough, it will eliminate all undesirable negative vibrations that can, and do, come to you from the lower astral planes of consciousness. This infiltration from the lower astral planes can especially take place during silence or meditation, if there are, and there are, negative vibrations in your subconscious mind that have been built in some time, somewhere in the past. I discuss this much more fully in future lessons. For now, just know that the conscious mind centering attention at one point only, meaning that when your attention is centered with the I am, allows the source energy within to raise the vibrations in the mental, which in turn lifts the astral and physical body vibrations, resulting in less and less mental confusion and higher vibrations. This will clear the conscious mind, and as the mind clears, the greater and faster will be the progress in perfecting your silence and meditation and all other departments of your life. This is why the one contact point method is suggested to be used at all times. It is a universal law that governs silence and meditation, your spiritual compartment and all of your spiritual life. Do not neglect to review this information throughout the week ahead, prior to moving on to the next lesson. The Aquariana Gateway Lessons are a continuing series of lessons that should be taken in order for best results. Also find additional complementary metaphysically based content for your self-improvement and life transformation. Meditations, 30-day prayer challenges, mini-metaphysics lessons, longer metaphysics lessons, stress reduction methods, advice and guidance for physical, mental, spiritual wellness and health, and more here on this Metaphysics Today channel. Please subscribe to this channel, set the bell alert, comment, and share it with others. To make a love offering, go to donations at metaphysicsLessons.com, or just look for the donations button on any page at metaphysicsLessons.com. Come back often. New content is posted weekly. Wishing you love, light, peace, and prosperity. Minerva.